Hey folks, it's Rob from Rob's Movie Collection, and this is my Star Wars Challenge. Okay, and it's also a Star Wars Challenge tag. Okay, so I may have to do this in two parts, because I think it might run into longer than 15 minutes, and that's the limit here. So, but hopefully it won't be too boring for you. Okay, so I've been seeing some Star Wars tags going around, and I thought, well, I grew up with Star Wars. I'm a big fan. I can do this. It'd be kind of fun to do. And this particular tag that I saw had some good questions, but when I started thinking about it, my answers seemed a bit cliche. Favorite spaceship, Millennium Falcon. Favorite character, Han Solo. Favorite lightsaber, Luke, etc., etc. I mean, they're fine answers, and they're my honest answers. But I just felt like they didn't really bring anything new to the table. So I came up with my own Star Wars Challenge tag. Now, I haven't looked all over the internet, so for all I know, this one has been done too. Most likely has been done, but you know what? I'm new here, and for me it's new, so whatever. I'm still doing it. So my Star Wars tag also has 7 questions. But rather than the whole Star Wars franchise, you can only pick your answers from one film. Now, before you get all excited thinking, cool, I'll pick Empire. No. I get to pick the film. And this one's going to be a bit of a challenge. Are you starting to get nervous? Are you using your Jedi powers to see the future and predict where this is going? No? Well, maybe you don't have enough midichlorians. Yeah, that's right, folks. You're going to have to dig deep on this one, because your answers to this challenge have to come from Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Oh, and did I mention that you can't do any slamming or hating on the film?
That's impossible!
Well, hell, if it was easy, then anyone would do it. Now, there's been enough negativity about this film already, and I know it's got its problems, writing, acting, and, well, you know who.
Missy called Jar Jar Binks. Missy, your humble servant.
Yes, okay, no one is actually speaking to you, okay? I mean, hard enough to get people to do this. But I also know that there are a lot of good things about this movie, and that Lucas brought a lot of new things to the Star Wars universe in all of these prequels. Certainly more than what's-his-name did with that new film. And if you try hard, if you use the Force, you can see those positive things too. So I say again, dig deep, push aside the trollish instincts, and try to find some positive answers to these questions. You can do it.
The Force will be with you. Always.
So, let's get started. I'm going to count down from 7. So, first question, number 7. What is your favorite vehicle? Now, because we're only choosing from one movie, I'm going to open this up to all vehicles. So you can choose from spaceships like the Naboo Starfighters, those really cool ones with the points. Or the Queen's starship, the big silver one. Or the Trade Federation half donut ships or whatever. Or there's Darth Maul's infiltrator, of course, where you can kind of see where the TIE fighter is going to come from. Or even that weird cycle thing he rides. Whatever you want. So my choice for favorite vehicle is the Gungan Bongo. I like this because it's a tough little ship. It's bitten by that big gooberfish thing and takes a beating and still survives. I like the design of it. Kind of reminds me of a manta ray. It's probably the reason why me and a lot of people like the manta ray ships from the War of the Worlds movie from the 50s. It's kind of cool. I like that it's got these force fields for windows. Although I used to wonder why it is that when the power went out, the force field windows didn't go out. But then I realized, well, it's probably because it has a separate power source for that, which makes it even cooler. It's just a really cool designed ship, and I could almost see it flying in space as easily as it swims through water, so I think it's kind of neat. So, number 6, what is your favorite weapon? I got a lot of cool little weapons to choose from here. You got the Naboo Heavy Blaster, and I'm not sure if this is the one that also has as part of it the grappling hook or not. Maybe that's something different. I don't know. You can tell me. You got the Naboo Royal Blaster. It's that tiny little silver gun, but it packs a big punch. The Gungans have several weapons to choose from, like the boomers with their catapults and stuff like that. But I'm going to go with what is probably the most popular answer. Darth Maul's double-bladed lightsaber. Probably the coolest weapon in the entire prequel trilogy, really. I mean, when he first takes it out and fights Qui-Gon Jinn on Tatooine, it seems like just a normal lightsaber, albeit with a longer than usual hilt. But then later when he confronts the two Jedi and puts his hand out in front of him, we thought, well, what the hell? Why is he holding it like that? I mean, is this a new way to fight? I mean, we've already seen like more acrobatic fight in these movies anyway, so maybe he's kind of fighting in a different way. And Lucas was smart, because he could have had both blades just shoot out at the same time, but instead he created a little confusion for a second and a little suspense, which made the ultimate reveal of the second blade even more, well, there's really no other way to put it, bitchin', okay? We had never seen anything like this. Now, I'm not familiar with the Star Wars games and extended universe and all that stuff, so maybe there was something similar to this in one of those mediums, but as far as I'm concerned, the movies that are canon, and as far as most of the public is concerned, this was new to us. And with that blade, this guy looked like he could kick some serious Jedi ass.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
Number 5, your favorite creature. Now, there are many new creatures and life forms in this movie. A lot of them in the pod race. But you also have those Trade Federation goons, at the beginning, and the Gungans themselves. Even the two-headed weirdo that announces the pod race. Of course, we can't forget Watto, the junk dealer who owns Anakin, and Sebulba, the jerk of the pod race who tries to kill everybody. But my pick for my favorite new creature is this little guy from the pod race named, I believe his name is Ben Quadinaros. You might remember him. He's the guy whose pod gave out before he even got going. And then...
Quadranero's power coupling.
It's just something about this guy that I like. I like his frustration. I think it's kind of funny. In a way, I feel bad for him because he didn't even get to get going in the race. But then again, I would have hated to see him get killed, which he probably would have because Sebulba was killing everybody. I like the design of the character. I think he's funny in the way he just kind of, puts his fists up and he's angry and frustrated. So anyway, I like him. He's funny. So number 4, favorite location. This one can be an entire planet or a specific place on a planet in the movie, whatever. We get several new planets and environments in this film, and we got Tatooine, which isn't new, but you do get to see a lot of new places in it. It seems a little bit bigger, We got Naboo, where you have the Gungan city, this beautiful underwater city. And the Naboo Palace, which is just gorgeous, just other places, in the film. But for me, I think my favorite is the planet Coruscant, an entire planet that is all city. Now, we've been hearing about this place for a while, and it was great to finally see it realized. And I mean, it's really cool. It's got the Senate on there. It's got the Jedi Temple, and all those cool floating spaceship landing platforms and things. And I really like this. So that's my favorite location in the film. Okay, so I'm going to stop here and do part 2. We'll finish it up there, and that way this won't run too long. So, click on part 2. I'm going to put it up at the same time. So I'll see you back here in a bit.